projectionist actually hung himself in the stairway that you guys just walked up.
We got back record scratch there. What did you just say?
There's someone standing over the corner of this road.
I thought just Tom.
What is your name?
I watch Hello Okanagan from Kelowna.
Hey everyone, welcome to a special edition of Hello Okanagan. I've been waiting for this one for a while and we hope you enjoy it. David, what are we doing?
Guys, we're here at the Towne Theatre. We're doing a paranormal episode of Hello Okanagan. It's gonna cap off our spooky season of Hello Okanagan, so come check it out with us.
There's a lot of history here, folks, and we may hear from someone that's been here for over 100 years. Let's go.
The theater opened in 1929 as a dance hall. It was known as the National Dance Hall. Next door was the National Cafe, and on the corner, for people who lived in Vernon for many, many years, was the National Hotel. And the National Cafe serviced both the hotel and the dance hall with food. So there was a tunnel underneath this block so that they could easily transport food back and forth between the two businesses. 1938, we opened as a movie theater. And we were known as one of the most advanced movie theaters in Canada because we had air conditioning. And all it was misters in the lobby. So you could get misted as you walked in, and it would keep you cool while you were in here.
Peter, do you remember the opening night?
You were probably there, weren't you?
No, I was born a year after.
When I first started working here, I found out that the projectionist actually hung himself in the stairway that you guys just walked up.
We got back record scratch there.
What did you just say?
Projectionist hung himself in this stairway. But it is said that this is the stake that he used, and because they couldn't get it out of the wall, they just hammered it flat. This is kind of a smaller room. This is the room where one of our former managers experienced the ghost, an old man in a three-piece suit. So the story is he lived in Kelowna, and it was snowy. He didn't want to drive all the way back to Kelowna and then come back to work here. There used to be a couch in here, and he was sleeping on the couch. Both doors were locked. Someone woke him up in a three-piece suit, walked out both those doors. He turned on the light. Both doors were still locked. He never stayed here again. Then last August, an older gentleman whose dad and grandpa grew up here, and he had heard stories about it. He's kind of an empath. He could feel spirits. He said, "Can you take me upstairs? I want to see what's up there." And I said, "Absolutely." As soon as he walked in here, he stared at that corner right there where you're standing and said that there was a gentleman standing there. Describe the same gentleman.
When there's a ghost, is it because they died here and that's why they're still here? Or is it because sometimes they didn't die here, they just wanted to go to their favorite spot where they worked maybe or had a great experience or something?
There are kind of two sorts of hauntings, and that's where something happens in a location where that energy stays, right? It could be something traumatic, but those are the kind that just they replay over and over. It's like the same thing happening, like a repeat on a tape. So like
Groundhog Day.
Yeah, like Groundhog Day, but it's like, someone could walking down a hallway or not, but they always see the figure walking up and down a hallway at a certain time of day or in certain weather conditions. And there's intelligent, or whatever it is there, and it's interacting with you, opening and closing doors, talking, that kind of thing. But there's lots of theories that ghosts are sticking around just to, because they like the place, or they feel there's unfinished business, or they're not sure that they're dead. But there's also nothing to say that the spirits can't move from location to location.
So this is the projection booth. Obviously it's been here a long time. If you look around, you can see the evolution of film from big reels to digital. That older gentleman I told you about that I took into the room over there, as soon as we walked in here, he said to me, "Do you feel anything in this room?" And I said, "No, I don't feel anything except for it feels a little cold, like from about my waist down," thinking it was the air conditioner. He said, "That's because there's a little girl standing right there." And I thought, okay, well, that's a little weird because why would a little girl be in a projection booth? It's a very dangerous place. It doesn't make sense. I didn't really think much of it until I found out that we used to also host dance lessons here at the theater, well, when it was a dance hall. In our electrical room, behind the chip plaster, it looks like there's a children's mural. This is an old 35mm projector, and one morning when I was opening, you get used to the sounds in here, and before I even opened the door, I was like, there sounds like there's something different happening in here. So I walk into the booth, and there's power to this projector. This projector hasn't been turned on in over 15 years. I don't know how to turn it on. I don't know how to turn it off. I called the manager who closed, asked him if he had heard anything or if he touched anything. He's like, no, everything was fine when I closed. I had to call in our special technical director to come in to figure out how to turn the power off from this projector so that we could run the other one. Otherwise, we'd blow all the circuits in this building. All right, downstairs. Then he took a step back and oxygen level went back up. Then he stepped forward and oxygen level dropped. And then he just took a step back and it went back up again. And this is an open space. And he said the only time he's ever seen the oxygen level drop is when he drops a probe down a pipe and there's like an L.
Someone close the door, probably.
Okay.
You're good. So,
When I say someone, it can be
it's okay.
anything.
It's something.
Something.
We are never alone.
Because there's so many of us, is that for all of us to fit in one space, you're not going to have anything happen. So Pete, you're thinking we should split up into two teams.
We'll see if we can.
Have you ever watched horror movies?
You're going to go into the basement on your own, and we're going to give you a little video recorder and check in on you every minute. Yeah,
Once an hour.
This was the end of the episode. I thought we were like, all right, great tour. Thanks, Rebecca. Let's go home. Like,
Hey everyone, do you know how you can stay warm in the Okanagan this winter?
get your Hello Okanagan coffee mug.
And you can also get yourself a sweatshirt, a hoodie, and if you like your beer, so this is where Lloyd hung himself.
so this is a contraption that I built myself. This is a trigger tripwire. It's like a motion sensor trigger object that makes a noise when it goes off. So what I would do is have this hanging over the side here. Anything goes near it, it gets within the proximity, it goes off. And then you can have the buzzer on as well. These are thermal detectors. They're like small little devices that I built a couple of months ago. If anything with a temperature reading goes past it, it sets the alarm off and it rings for 40 seconds and then it goes off again and then it re-energizes again after 40 seconds.
And what will affect it outside of obviously spirits?
Nothing.
Nothing electrical
nothing
Okay.
false positive in relation to that. These PIR sensors are relatively foolproof in relation to that. They're just the one thing that like we can set them off because obviously we're heat registered and stuff like that.
And I like that you said that you guys build it yourself because it's kind of like a F1 driver or whatever. Like he knows the intimacy of like every nut and bolt in the vehicle, as opposed to if he just had a stock vehicle and not knowing it.
Because this area is relatively quiet, because of the nature of the equipment we use, the voice recorders and stuff like that, they're particularly sensitive to mechanical noises such as that and stuff like that. If you guys even like take a step and I hear a creak, just say John's moving, or if you burp, just say, oh, pardon me, I burped, because if I pick it up on this, With this shotgun, it's able to give me a proximity where it's coming from, but rather than me fishing through trying to see whether it is something paranormal, just say.
Well, hello, my name's Olivier. We got Peter, Ryan, Nico. We would love to say hello. Is there anyone that would like to come forward and communicate with us? That clock just stopped. Just now.
That's at the right time.
10:38, and that clock stopped.
That's just a coincidence.
Oh yeah.
There's 12 hours in a day. It's the exact same minute.
Right now.
So what we're going to be doing in this room in here, because there's so much noise in there, obviously we can't do voice recordings. We're going to use like a spirit box, but I have a device that connects to it to eliminate static. The basic premises of spirit boxes is a radio that goes through frequencies and frequencies and frequencies. We look for intelligent responses through it. There's a lot of false positives because obviously there's a lot of radio stations and stuff like that. But generally, in the past, we've had very compelling answers back on it, such as full names of myself and other team members and stuff like that. Is there anyone here that wants to say hello to us? Hello? Is there anyone here? My name is Peter. Can you say my name? What is your name? Is there someone standing over in the corner of this room? Can you play with that ball again, please?
But as soon as I heard a voice,
so cool.
he tapped me in the shoulder and said, "Look at that."
It is still cool, but now if you get it on command.
Yeah.
Now I'm impressed.
Generally what we do after that, like whenever we see something like that again, we ask that spirit if there's something there to do it again. I think the last time that happened was when we were at Goodin.
Yes.
Were you able to make out any of those words? Because
Not
there
really.
were a couple of words that popped
Yeah, but
out.
it's mind pareidolia because you adhere tomato and I hear tomato, that kind of thing. So it's until we get something conclusive where it's anonymous, where all of us heard the same thing, which we've had numerous times.
Okay.
That's when
Because your brain's going to try to
Yeah,
recognize
yeah.
patterns into what you're hearing.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you noticed, but while we ask questions, we try to stay away from the yes or no questions, just so that we can get an intelligence response and not just say, yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because that
Which could be any sound in your mind, you're hearing that.
Exactly.
I wonder how David's doing with his team right now.
There we go. Never had to do that before. If there's anybody here with us right now, can you touch that and actually make it go off again?
You're not around it now.
That is so bizarre.
Why is it still doing that? Like it's supposed to not make any noise.
Not noise, and I've used them before, they don't make any noise at all.
So it seems to be like when it's swinging too far towards the exit there, it's picking up something in a line around the same.
Yeah, and I mean, that could be because that's where people are talking about that oxygen, right?
Yeah, that's exactly where that's like the no oxygen detector. It's like throwing something in that area is throwing off all detectors and making them act weird.
Is there anybody here with us at this time? If you are here and you want to communicate, David and I spent a great deal of time hanging that thing up to get it quiet, so feel free to touch that. It'll set us off and we'll know that you're here. That's crazy, like there's something moving around, like right above us. Can you hear that, Marcus? Mm-hmm. Because I think given where we came down, that should be the main auditorium right above us, right?
I don't know. Rebecca, what's directly above us right now?
Directly above you is our green room space, I believe.
Is there anybody hanging out in the green room right now?
Are you asking me?
No. Sorry. Sorry.
It just went off.
Did it?
Yeah.
Is that you right now? Can you set that off again? You can just touch it.
Yeah, because I just did like
That sound.
literally that. Just that. As quick as that.
Can you do that again? Of course, it's when we're walking around right over there.
Uh-huh, yeah. It's almost like knew we were gonna leave the area and I wanted to get out of here.
Was that you sneaking by us? We're going to move to a different location, so this is your chance. Okay, my name is Jason. This is David. That's Marcus. Can you tell us your name? What was that? Were you just trying to say something? My name is Jason. This is David, and that's Marcus. What is your name? Alan? Did you just say Alan? What were you doing down here, buddy? We're going to be moving soon. If you want to say something to us in particular, this is your chance.
Is that a recording you're listening to?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, and I almost heard like a no.
I hear a no. So it's really faint. I'm gonna see if I can turn the volume up.
Yeah, sound like a no.
Yeah.
No. No. Just like that.
Yeah.
No.
Hey guys, make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to see the content we post on there.
And in case you didn't realize this, we're a YouTube show. Subscribe to our channel right now.
And smash the like button on some of your favorite episodes, really helps us out a lot. So we just spent the better part of 2 to 3 hours in the Town Theatre. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely a spooky paranormal place. You can pick up too much personally, but I think if you spent the night here, you might see some strange things.
Thank you guys again, and happy Halloween to all of you guys.